Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and I am joined once again here with Krazy Jay.
Thank you.
Round of applause for him here. Yeah, it's good to see our audience enjoys having you here tonight.
Always great to be back.
So anyway, tonight we are going to talk about a film that I think both of us agree is John Carpenter's most underrated picture he's ever done, In the Mouth of Madness.
One of my favorite John Carpenter movies of all time.
Yeah, and what year did this come out in? I've got Wikipedia pulled up here for a little reference, but do you know what? 94.
Yeah.
It says on here release date February 3rd, 1995. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was 94.
Yeah, 95. Lovecraftian horror film, which is certainly Lovecraftian horror film. Like, okay, I'll give a brief little rundown here. You know, I had seen this film one time, a long time ago, and I didn't really give it a chance, but at that time, I had never read any Lovecraft. Thank you for the shot of Crown there, wife. I'd really never read any Lovecraft or known anything about Lovecraft, so I didn't really understand it. You know, now that I've read several Lovecraft stories, I went back and revisited this probably a month and a half ago, and man, I just fucking loved it, man. And I know you've been a big fan and proponent of this film for a long time.
Oh man, yeah. I've ever since the first time I saw this movie, I loved it. And you know, it's the third part of Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy. So like, you know, and being Lovecraftian, like, you know, I haven't even been the biggest Lovecraft fan, you know, until a few years ago, and then like. But then, like, seeing I saw this before I read a lot of his stuff, but then going back and seeing all the parallels, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, because it's not based on any of Lovecraft's work, but it's very, like, much in his style. You know, like, you could see Lovecraft writing this movie, the screenplay to it, if he was around.
I always say it's the best Lovecraft movie that's not really a Lovecraft movie.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. So you want to give us a quick synopsis of this film, since you know it way better than I do. Like, I probably could, but you're the scholar here on this film, so you want to give us a little rundown of it?
Yeah. John Trent is this insurance investigator, and he's hired by this firm, Arcane, to find Sutter Kane, who's written this big novel for him, but suddenly disappeared. And you know, the public's getting restless. It's called In the Mouth of Madness. They want it now, but Sutter Kane has disappeared, and they can't find him. So they want to get a claim on him. So they hire John Trent to find him because he's this hot shot insurance investigator, and also they get an associate in the company, Julie Carmen, her character, so Linda Stiles, to go with him, and that's where the plot just snowballs.
Yeah. Yeah, and they go to, the fictional town.
Hobbs End.
Yeah. There's a fictional town in Sutter Kane's stories, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
And
it becomes real.
Yeah, it becomes real, and certain situations out of the book ends up being real, and it's just very bizarre, man. Like, one of the things I remember most about this movie is, I'm not going to say who it is, so it's not really a spoiler, but one of the characters comes out from behind the door of the car and is like this fucking weird, like, spider-like creature thing.
Oh,
man, it's such a trippy-ass part, and you know, the ending of this movie, it's so dark. You know, you talk about this being the Apocalypse trilogy for Carpenter, and that is what? That is The Thing, that's this one, and what's the other one?
Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness, yeah, where, you know, it's a very nihilistic film, man, and the ending is, like, super dark. Like, holy shit, man.
It has black comedy at the same time.
It really does at the end, yeah, because Sam Neill is just... He's totally whacked out, man, at the end, and it's just, you can't help but laugh at it, but, you know, when you think about it, it's like, whoa.
It's such a, like, it's a trip, too, I mean, because once you see it, it's just like, what?
Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, because...
It's such like an H.P. Lovecraft story, though, because, like, you know, the guy, you know, it's about insanity with the main character, and all his stuff is about the main character's inner monologue about their insanity.
It really is, man. And I like the idea of how, you know, people that's read this story just fucking goes insane and loses their mind and shit.
Oh yeah, and the blood out of their eyes and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, I mean that's it's total fantasy, but it's just I like to separate, you know, reality for fantasy like that and just wonder, like, man, imagine if there really was a book that could just fucking drive people crazy like that. Like somebody could write something or have some type of power to do something like that where it's like, God, man, you know, that's just, I like, you know, it's still interesting to have that fantasy type feeling like that. Like, man, what if that was real, you know?
It's scary too.
Yeah, because, you know, you read several, you know, you read scary books or books that creep you out and shit, but imagine if you could read one that really just made people go nuts, you know, and that's how it is in this. Yeah.
And that's what a lot of Lovecraft stories are too. That weird fiction is just like, it's so out there and horrifying that even today it really speaks volumes that it works so well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a really great movie, and I mean, you know, there's just not enough love for this. There's not enough people that talk about this film, and I think that this is the type of film that if people went back and watched now and gave more of a chance that they would like it. But you know, fortunately, it doesn't have a great release. Like, it just has a DVD release, and that's bare bones too. Yeah, it's never, and I guess it's because it just didn't do anything. Maybe, I don't know, but there's a lot of films that get re-released now that didn't do jack shit when they were out. You know, that's getting special editions with all kinds of extra stuff. Like, this film deserves that. Like, I would cream my pants, man, if Criterion did a release of this. I don't see that really happening with Criterion, but you never know, man. I mean, shit, they released, what is it, a Benjamin Button movie at one point. And Armageddon. Yeah, Armageddon. So, I mean, you know, if they release those, then, you know, there's probably a slim chance maybe this could happen at some point.
Man, I want to retrospect the documentary and stuff.
Oh man, yeah, and get Sam Neill, get John Carpenter to talk about it, because I think that this film is ripe for rediscovery right now, man. I think that it's, you know, it really deserves to get more attention than it does right now, because you know, over time, yeah. Oh, I know you definitely have, man. But I mean, you know, I know people just didn't get it, they didn't understand it, and didn't like it when it was initially out, but I think that it's just time for this film to start getting some love.
Well, yeah, and I don't understand why people call it like one of Carpenter's worst. I think it's one of his best ever.
Oh, I think, yeah. I agree, man. I agree.
Gosh, it's so, I mean, you know, it's, even, I like even the look of the monsters are awesome. I mean, I don't think they look cheesy at all.
No, man. There's good practical effects in this.
The illusion of the old ones is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a really, you know, it's a type of film that demands repeat viewings, man. But I love stuff like that, you know, because there's just so much to this film, and there's different ways of looking at it, and different themes and ideas, you know, to where it becomes more clear the more you see it, you know.
It's one that it's definitely worth repeat viewings, because you just learn. I mean, you gain a lot more from watching it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So, out of a 1 to 10 scale, what would you give In the Mouth of Madness?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just up there with Halloween as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, I can see it be a 10 out of 10 for me too. You know, more as the more that I see it and get to know it better, because you know, this is only my second time seeing it. Like I said, the first time was a long time ago. I didn't really pay attention to it. Like, so really, this last time I watched it was really my first time seeing it. And I just, man, wow, it just really blew me away. And I think it also, like I said, it comes from here lately. I've been reading a lot of Lovecraft and stuff, and I just totally saw the parallels with his work, and it just totally worked for me. But yeah, this film needs to be discovered and seen again. You know, go back.
If you're going to watch it.
Yeah, go back, rewatch it, and you know, see what you think about it now. You know, or if you've never seen it, especially go check it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Especially like H.P. Lovecraft, Stephen King, horror novels. Check it out.
Yeah, weird fiction, really creepy and bizarre horror stuff. You know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because if you like that stuff, you'll probably like this.
Yeah, and if you like practical effects, and Sam Neill also, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
K&B, man.
yeah, that's right. They did do that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, can be. Yep.
That's awesome.
The early years.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That is In the Mouth of Madness. Thanks, Krazy Jay, for joining us once again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, hope you all are doing well. We will talk to you soon. Have a good one.